How about an extra round of applause for Ginny on all that flute stuff at the beginning? You. So I was introduced to this piece. We get like a slew of advertising. Well, I get a slew of advertising anyway, especially at the start of the year. Like, you know, does your band want to go on any trips? Does your band want to do fundraising? Do you want to buy music? Do you want to buy marching shoes? There's like tons of mail that I just feel bad about throwing in the garbage, but I can't use it for anything. But one of the things that I got a few years ago was that advertisement for some new music. And I listened to this piece, Breath of Heaven, and I just thought it was totally gorgeous. And I only found out later that it's actually a song by Amy Grant, who's a country singer. And this is on her Christmas album. And this is a piece that somebody arranged for a concert band. They also thought was lovely and arranged for a concert band. But Amy Grant's version is especially lovely, too. And I would invite you after the concert at some point, you know, over the season, to listen to the piece and really pay attention to the lyrics. Obviously, you're not going to hear the lyrics tonight. But it's a story about the Virgin Mary about to give birth, and she's pleading with the heavens to give her the strength and courage to go through with this divine task that she has been set. And like I said, it's really gorgeous. You will love this concert band version, but as I said, do listen to the Amy Grant version as well. You will love it. It will be on your Christmas list of things to listen to forever. This is Breath of Heaven. How many of you are old enough to remember the rock group Oingo Boingo? Everybody remember those guys? Like 80, thank you. All right, there we go. I know a lot of you guys are just not going to admit it. That's okay. This is fine. Danny Elfman has written so many things. He originally started, though, as the writer for the band Oingo Boingo. So if you're thinking back to around 1980, if you were around at that point. But he has since gone to write just some really great music, some iconic movie scores since then. So after Oingo Boingo, we had Beetlejuice. We had the first movie, Batman, with Michael Keaton, perhaps you remember. Edward Scissorhands, all the music for Men in Black series. Just so many things. And now currently doing a lot of the Marvel ones, Marvel movies. So just a really great, iconic film score. A lot of, maybe you don't know this, but he actually was the voice of Jack Skellington. Anytime Jack Skellington does any singing, that's actually Danny Elfman singing his own music. It's kind of a nice, neat take on things there. So anyway, Nightmare Before Christmas, if you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend it. It's almost like a cult with a lot of the youth. It actually came out way back in 1993. But yeah, a lot of people gravitate towards just the kind of somewhat dark nature of it, but also very sweet. And I know a lot of youngsters totally identify with that, and a lot of adults do too. And this is the music from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I always relate these concerts. They're kind of like the Olympics. You train for so long, and you have like one vault and it's all over. Like any kind of track and field event. So before we end tonight, I have some thank yous, of course, to do. My first thank you is I always do this person first because I, in the past, have forgotten them very often. Zach Sovacool doing our lights and sound and live stream and all that stuff. Thanks, Zach. Of course, we can't even have a band without the help of our administration and faculty here. Really do appreciate all their help and support as we go through the year and all the events we do. We do a lot of stuff here at Homer. It's great, but it takes a lot. It takes a village. So thanks to all of those guys and gals. I also wanted to kind of especially thank the rest of the music staff. You see these kids up here, and it looks like I did tons of work, but really I'm really kind of just riding on the shoulders of everything that they did before me. So just a shout out to the rest of the Homer music staff. Thanks, guys. Obviously, a big thanks to you, the parents, carting them to rehearsals and getting them to where they have to go and making sure they practice. That's a little hint, just for the record. So, and I hope you agree that things get better over time. You remember back in 4th grade, and it just gets better and better the more you do it. So, a big thanks to you, and of course, a big thanks to the kids on stage. I wish I had tapes of these tunes like the first time we read them. We've come a tremendous way, and I don't usually even start doing concert music because I get sick of music really easily. I really get bored to really fast. So we don't even start our program usually till October. And just the amount of improvement and the amount of responsibility of the kids on the stage behind me, just phenomenal. And you can see that as we go through the program here. Everybody has a job to do, and they are like boom, 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 like little machines. And I really appreciate their work and their effort and all the things they do for each other. So thank you, everybody. Nice job tonight. All right. And our last piece is called A Christmas Festival. It was written by Leroy Anderson, who probably is most famous for doing Sleigh Ride. Leroy Anderson was the composer and sometimes conductor of the Boston Pops Orchestra and wrote a lot of music for the Boston Pops that is kind of now iconic. As such, it is not written for high school performers to perform. A lot of it's very technical. And although this piece sounds really fun, it's actually pretty tough to put together. If we missed any of your traditional holiday favorites, pretty good odds that they're going to be somewhere in this medley of Christmas tunes. So I hope you enjoy Christmas Festival and have a great holiday season. And please do say hi afterwards. I'd love to get to meet as many of you as I can in however much time we have after the concert. So thank you very much for coming. Have a great holiday season, everybody.